Hey guys, it's Coach Rick Storley here with a short video on how to use what your leads are looking at online to get more sales. I'm going to give you three can't miss tips today. Well, my name is Rick Storley, and I help home builders and remodelers make more sales with less effort. I've developed a five-step system called Functional Sales. It's a combination of cutting-edge internet marketing technologies and today's best sales strategies. So today we'll take a closer look at the third step in my sales system, specifically how to use online data from your leads to make more sales. So the question really is how do you translate your leads' online behavior into your sales process? What does almost every prospect tell you when they walk into a model home? Of course, we hear the "we're just looking." And at this point, we have to guess what is the best way to approach them. And most of the time, your guess is wrong. Well, wouldn't it be great if you knew exactly what would give their attention? Well, the good news is that I'm going to show you that today. And so what I really want you to take away from this video is how to use the data from your own website to improve your sales process and conversions. Google Analytics. A lot of you maybe already have it on your websites. Maybe some of you have heard of it, but that is the key to making this whole thing work. Google Analytics will track lots of stuff. It's simply a tracking code that goes on your website, and the three things that I like to look at, it primarily will track how many people visited your site, where did they come from, and what are they looking at. Now that's what's important, what they're looking at. The best news with Google Analytics is that it's free and it's very easy to install. Now the first tip I'm going to give you today is that what I have found in my experience is that the website content that is most viewed are one of the four things here. So your design library if you're a home builder, or your project page if you're a remodeler. Your photo gallery is very important. Locations or your service area as a remodeler. And then finally, available homes if you're a home builder. What you can do is, by tracking Google Analytics data on your website, is figure out what are the most viewed pages on your website. Then you're going to take it with tip number 2. You're going to take that knowledge and you are going to focus your follow-up on what content is most popular. So instead of just saying, hey, are you thinking about building or thinking about remodeling, you can get really specific on it. If design is really popular on your website, or perhaps it's one of your locations that's really popular, or maybe if people looking at your available homes and you're thinking about pricing and do they qualify for your homes. But that's what you're going to focus on. Number one, for tip number 2 is taking that your sales follow-up and focusing it on that content that's most popular. And then for tip number 3 is you're going to adjust your sales presentation based on what's important to your prospect. It's called a dynamic sales presentation. You never do it the same way twice. Now, we're going to talk more about exactly how to do this in a future video, but let's recap right now. First of all, go out and install Google Analytics on your website. And if you already do have it installed, make sure at least monthly you are monitoring your most viewed web pages. Then, when you're going to follow up, you want to lead your follow-up with the most popular content on your site. It might change monthly. That content is most likely going to revolve around design, locations, or pricing. And then finally, with the third tip, is make sure you adjust your sales presentation based on what's important to your prospect. Remember, this is a dynamic presentation based on their hot buttons. And please note, online hot buttons always carry over to on-site. That's an important thing I want you to remember. We'll talk about that in the next video, which will be all about how to avoid wasting time following up with dead-end leads. Haven't we all been there and done that? Now again, my name is Rick Storley. If you would like to see a demo of my functional sales system using web marketing automation, just call or email me at the contact information here on the screen. Or you can click on the button and then schedule a date and time for me to call you. Hey, happy selling.